Definitely did not just wake up. And it might be 10 a.m. I just did my devotions. Amos chapter 5. Yeah, I'm gonna do some studying. Gotta take Soren to the airport around 12:30. Yep, gonna work out after that. Probably go on like a little run, do some more studying. And then we'll see how things go. Gonna hop in the shower now. Got like 30 minutes or something, so I'm gonna grab a quick snack and then pick him up, drop him off, come back, study, blah, 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 blah. Get ready with me. Just gonna do a single cleanse today. Heading to the airport, boom. Might be a little late because I said I'd pick him at 12:30 and it is 12:25. His flight's at like 2 though, so low-key should be chilling. I snuck some bites of pasta in my mouth. Wasn't really filling. Probably gonna go home, cook up some chicken. Yeah, I'm gonna stick back to the 2 meals a day type, and then hopefully I'll get some fruit in tonight. Yeah, just dropped him off. Gonna head home. Gonna do some stuff. And then I'll have the whole day to edit this video. Yeah. Oh, yes. Now we're gonna let it rest for 10 minutes. Cut into it, let's see. Oh, frick, a little too rare. Uh-oh, okay, I'll just torch it. Sheesh. Saute, okay. Taste test. Wait, first let me pray. Wall to wall, pink. Scrumptious. Dab, dab. Avocado. Oh yeah, low, full spread.
Камине в 6 утра, фотография твоя, горят воспоминания.
shoot.
В камине в 6 утра фотография твоя, горят воспоминания о тебе. У камина в 6 утра разбитая душа, все твои обещания пустота. В камине в 6 утра. Твой маяк подарил мне боль, устал я жить, все обиды тая. Уходи, за собой закрой. Сколько бы я ни просил, но ты же знала, что меня теряла. Я босиком по стеклам бегал так упрямо. И если бы не твой милый голосок, я бы упал, сделав последний вздох. И звезды мирно падали, как будто до меня. Я каждый раз загадывал тебя не потерять, но больше не могу, я просто мучаю себя. Теперь ты пожалел меня. В камине в 6 утра фотография твоя, горят воспоминания о тебе. У камина в 6 утра разбитая душа, и все твои обещания пустота.
Now it's time to throw a football. Just got home, took a shower, welcome to Sabbath. Okay, let's go. All right, so it's gonna be Sabbath hours, and I just wanted to, I don't know, share you something since you're really far away, and like we agreed that like Bible study is beneficial, and so it'll be short, but it's just something I learned. It's in Isaiah chapter 6, and you can go there if you want, or you can just listen. So growing up in a non-Adventist like place in Louisiana, and then going to a public school in high school, it's kind of not forced, but like it really, there were like people that would question you about your faith, and you kind of have to know your stuff. And so one of the questions would be like, they're like, Cyrus, if sin is the opposite of God, and I was like, yeah. They're like, God hates sin, and I was like, yeah. And he said, we are born in sin, and I was like, yeah. And then so my friend was like, so if God hates sin and we're born in sin with sin already in us, and like, you know, because we're a sinful nature, he was like, then does God hate us? And I was like, I knew the answer was no, but I didn't have any evidence, so I was searching, and one day God showed me in Isaiah chapter 6. It's 13 verses, but the 13 verses are kind of longer, so I'll just summarize it. Isaiah is living in a time period where this guy named King Uzziah he passed away, and he sees a vision of God seated on a throne, and above God were these flying seraphim with 6 wings, singing, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. The whole earth is full of his glory." And basically everything's like shaking around him. In verse 5, he says like, "Woe to me, I'm ruined, for I am a man of unclean lips, and I live among a people of unclean lips, and my eyes have seen the Lord, the King, the Lord Almighty." And so Isaiah is overwhelmed, and he's like, I just saw God. And we know if you see God and you're unholy, then you pass away, because God and sin can't coexist. And so Isaiah can't speak in God's presence. So one of the seraphim come with a blazing coal. In verse 7, it says, "With it he touched my mouth and said, 'See, This has touched your lips, your guilt is taken away, and your sin atoned for. And then he hears, verse 8, God saying, who shall I send? Who will go for us? And then there, Isaiah is able to speak and says, here I am, send me. And verse 9 to 13, basically, he's in dialogue with God, and God tells him to go to a people whose hearts are calloused, whose ears are dull, who close their eyes. And then basically a really stubborn people. And Isaiah says, for how long shall I go to them and like minister to them? And then God says, until the cities lie ruined without inhabitant, until the houses are left deserted and fields ruined and ravaged, until the Lord has sent everyone far away. Basically, God's saying, do it until there's no one left. And so going back full circle to the question, does God hate us since we are born into a sinful body? The answer would be no, because notice when the coal touches Isaiah's lips, like what did it burn? And we know in verse 7, it burns the sin. And so God hates sin, but he loves the sinner, if that makes sense. You've probably heard that before. The answer is no, God doesn't hate us. He hates the sin that we were born into. And he is willing to cleanse us with his purifying fire, or like the coal. And with that, he says, like, go and like go tell others about me. And then you ask God, like, how long should I go? Who do I go to? And God's like, go to the most stubborn people and do it until there's no one left to tell, basically. And that really spoke to me about God's character, how he sends the angel down to cleanse Isaiah's sinful mouth, and then only then he's able to speak in God's presence. So God burns the sin, and then right after that, he commissions him out to help others. So yeah, really similar to what you're doing out there in Peru. You know, I think God has placed you in a really particular and certain situation where you're able to go to Peru and help these people, regardless of the fact of if that was your original intent. The fact that you're there, I think God can use you in really, really great ways. Yeah, hopefully that made sense. I might have butchered the explanation a little bit. If you're confused, you can always call me or text me about something, because I'm trying to live like it. But when I say like I live for this, like I really do. And so I hope that we'll grow closer to Jesus together. And yeah, I'm praying for us every day, and I hope you are too. And just want to say happy Sabbath and have a fun time out there. I'm super glad that the housing is really nice, or it's better than we expected, especially the bathroom situation. It looked pretty nice, and the view you can't beat. And yeah, I wish I could switch places with someone there and just to like see the view, because I'm a big nature guy. But I'm glad that you get to experience it, and I'm happy for you. And I'm really excited for just the things you'll experience. And yeah, I would just say keep an eye out for the odd man out, like maybe the person who is like looks lonely, and also keep an eye out for God's hand, because I know that, like, being from a family of missionaries, like my grandpa, for example, hearing his stories, I know that God works in really crazy ways, unexpected ways, when you place yourself in a scenario where you're more likely to see God's like hand, such as like a mission trip. So yeah, this ended up being a little longer than expected, but I'm gonna close the video out tonight saying I miss you, and I hope you're safe.